Okay, so we have a different set of awards. The first set of awards I want to give are the 2019 Institute Achievement Awards. And this is for contributions to the Institute that have had a major impact on our reputation, research productivity, or administrative efficiency. We had a number of strong nominations this year, and we had a committee that put together and debated the nominations, and after some discussion, we decided to make more than one award this year. Okay, so the first award, and we have a drum roll now, is going to be given to Wael Abd-Amagid. Now ask Wael to come up to receive the award. So this is an award for outstanding academic achievements and research leadership that established his group as a leader in biometrics, face recognition, and visual misinformation detection and characterization. And as part of this work, Wael really developed a cutting-edge research program on these topics, with both his students and other team members. He was quite active in terms of hiring additional people, recruiting new students. He had a record year in terms of publications. He had just in CVPR, which is one of the major vision conferences, he had 3 publications this past year. And also received a tremendous amount of press on this work, which is extremely valuable for ISI and for promoting his own research and stuff. So I ask Wael to come up. I want you to do that. So I have, you want to come up and take a picture? Get a closer shot. Sure. Great. Thank you. You're welcome. Here, wait in the box. Well deserved. Okay. In addition, since we couldn't decide on just one award, we have a second award, and this award actually goes to 2 individuals. And so again, we have the drum roll. And this award is going to go to James Whalen and John Damalakis. And this award is for outstanding work in developing and executing a strategic plan to bring Moses back to the center stage of the semiconductor industry. And I'll say a few words about both. First, for James, James was really critical in terms of a whole variety of things in terms of transforming Moses into where we are today. So first he spent a significant amount of time resolving some potential export control issues, which were resolved very smoothly. He developed a whole plan for what he calls Moses 2.0. He created a new sort of financial model for how Moses was actually run and operated. He assessed the various staffing needs, hired a new director. We saw Li-Fu Chang give a talk this morning, so he was able to recruit an excellent director for the group. And I think perhaps quite impressive is he developed a whole cloud infrastructure to actually protect the intellectual property of the foundries. And this meant that he had to become an expert in cloud infrastructure. So all of this was quite impressive. So first, congratulations to James.
Thank you.
Here's your award.
Okay.
And then John had a very complementary set of skills here. So John was the one who really addressed the issues of dealing with the foundries and the customers for Moses. He really played a critical role in terms of our customer relationships here. So it was sort of a difficult period of time since we were going through some transitions. At some point, we were in danger of actually losing TSMC as a customer. And John hopped on an airplane and went to their offices the next day and had a meeting with them and was able to really, I'd say, save that relationship, which was really critical to Moses. In addition, he spent a significant time developing new partners for us. And so he was able to bring both Intel and Samsung in as partners that are, extremely excited about working with us. And it's a huge win for the Moses group that now we'll be working with those. I mean, we've gone to the point now where, Intel's actually sent people to ISI to actually train the Moses team in terms of using their technologies and stuff. And so I'd say, he also played a critical role in terms of actually dealing with sort of both the foundries and in terms of long-term sort of customer relationships. And so congratulations to John, too. Okay, so okay, now I'd like to move on and let's go to the next slide. Okay, so now we're going to give the Keston Research Awards, and there's really three criteria for these awards that we gave to people. One is that we were looking for projects that were intellectually intriguing. There was something sort of new and exciting about what they're posing. Second thing was significant to the larger world, so a technical idea with the possibility of some noticeable societal impact. And then the third one is sort of grounding in something concrete, so the potential to produce a tangible result within about a year. And we received 21 proposals again this year, same number as last year, which was great. And as John pointed out, that one of the big challenges was the proposals were even better than last year's, and so it made it challenging to pick these. And so this year we were able to give 2 awards for the Keston Research Awards, and so I will announce those awards now. So the first award is going to go to Jacopo Massi and Amagid on fighting misinformation, an internet system for detecting fake face videos. Let's see. So this is, basically the idea behind this project is they essentially have already developed some excellent tools for detecting fake videos. In this program, or this particular proposed project, they basically plan to improve these tools to be able to process the videos frame by frame and add sort of essentially an explanation capability so someone can actually see where the issues are in the videos. And then to create an online service where this will be published online, where someone can basically upload their videos and then get feedback in terms of whether or not this is actually a fake video or not. So you can imagine that journalists or other people could actually upload those. So congratulations to them. There was a second project we decided to award. Go to this one. And this one is going to Pedro Zekli and then a whole team of people that he's been working with on this. And so this is titled, Mining Cancer Registry Data to Improve Long-Term Effects of Pediatric Cancer Treatment. And this is joint with both the Cancer Surveillance Registry, our program, and then Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And the basic idea behind this one is to basically develop text extraction tools where they're going to process the data that's already being published in these cancer registries, which are really quite noisy data, and then apply this sort of data mining to identify childhood patients that are at high risk of developing treatment-related effects. And so this is built on some existing tools that they've already done some work on, but really sort of take it to the next level. So this looks like an exciting project. So congratulations to Pedro. Now, I wanted to ask Giannis to come up because he wanted to say a few words, and so I thought this would be a good time for him to come up since these are the Keston Awards.
The reward as well?
No, there's some additional.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Greg. Hi, I'm Yannis Georgios. I'm the Dean of Engineering. I know many of you. Some of you may not know me, but that's me. I'm here to congratulate all of you. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful event today. I remember this, the last such one research retreat happened several years ago. 2012. Yes, I do remember that date very, very well. I think James, John, a number of folks here remember that particular event quite clearly. This one here is very, very different and much more optimistic. And so I'm very happy to be here to send you my regards and also to give you the unequivocal and unwavering support of the School of Engineering, the Viterbo School, to what you do. You are a remarkable institution. It's an institution that doesn't exist in many other places. I mean, when I look all the people that are here, it's really amazing. It is unbelievable that the strength of this institute and the contributions that it makes to the school and to the program as well. In fact, many people talk about that this is the jewel of the School of Engineering. And so I went and Google various other synonyms for Joule. So you will excuse me for a moment, but gem is another synonym for Joule. Bijou, that's another synonym for this. Rock, brilliant, paragon, treasure, and I will close with zircon, maybe. There is no way to express better and in a more effusive ways the impact that the ISI has at USC, and I want you to know that we are fully behind all that you do. I know that the president and the provost is visiting ISI on January 23rd. Unfortunately, I'll be in New Orleans that particular day for a National Academy meeting. But I think that Yolanda mentioned the loan money and the role that AI can play at USC. So I talked with the provost and the president about the possibility of using a significant portion of the Lord Foundation money, the Lord Corporation money. Those of you who may not be aware of the amount, actually, Yolanda had it presented on the slides, but it was $261 million. So there's a lot of money, and the university actually wants to use this money to advance what they call moonshots. So I think it is incumbent upon us to come up with ideas on moonshots, challenges of societal impact using AI. I think that Yolanda had the opportunity to present a few of them. We have about 2 weeks until we come up with this type of interesting ideas for them, although I think the whole idea of AI at USC will be built in a significant way as well. I urge you to come up with interesting ideas, and particularly also the fact that sustainability is a big issue for the president, the new president. It's perhaps something that we also need to potentially tie the two components as well in that direction. And I look forward that to perhaps we can be able to extract or receive a significant fraction of this amount in order to enhance AI at USC overall. I wanted to also give you another statistic. I was looking at the combined federal funding that the USC Viterbi reports to the ASAA, the American Society of Engineering Education, and other institutions as well. Last year, in terms of federal funding, USC, that included ISI as well as ICT, was number 4 in the country after MIT, Georgia Tech, and I believe the University of Illinois. So this is a significant position that we have here, and most of it, a significant portion of it, is due to ISI. Particularly the fact that you actually receive probably a historic amount of funding in the last couple of years that actually allowed us to be and claim this particular distinction. So we are, as a School of Engineering, we are very much supportive of everything that you do. I have been talking a lot with Craig on how we can strengthen places that need support, and also on how to enhance and become much more expansive, if you like, and continue having a leading position in the country, in the area of many of the areas that ISI works on. So wanted to thank you again for all that you do, and you have the entire thanks of the entire School of Engineering, and also our support, which is unwavering and will be continuous. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Giannis. That's great. Okay, we do have a few more. Oh.
I forgot because, I had to remind myself that we are here to also honor the Keston family. So Daniel and Linda, could you please stand up? I don't think you stood up to be recognized. Please stand up. They're here. Thank you. It was several years ago when Mike Heston, the late Mike Heston, called my office. I did not know Mike. I was introduced to him through a common friend. And we had a conversation about Mike willing to support what we do in engineering. And I presented to him a number of things, and he focused on ISI and also the possibility of naming the directorship of ISI. Mike passed away about a year ago, so actually it's a tribute to his memory that all these wonderful things are happening here. I wanted to thank you, Linda and Daniel, for your support, and may this be I know this is something that will perpetuate the memory and all the wonderful work that Mike has been doing in order to benefit society. I think your contribution here and your support actually demonstrates that. So thank you for your support, and we're very grateful for all that you guys have done for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Giannis. Okay, we're not done with awards. We do have a few more awards to give. So, we only were able to give 2 of the Kestner Research Awards, but we decided to fund some additional awards through the ISI unrestricted budget. So these are also awards at the same level of the Kestner Awards. So we took the proposals that we couldn't fund under that one, and we said, okay, which other ones could we fund? So if we go to the next slide. So the first one's going to go through Jonathan May, Universal. So this is Universal Translators for Asylum Seekers at the Border. And the idea here is to basically build a domain-focused universal language translator that builds on the work they've been doing under the DARPA Lorelei program. And the idea is to make it possible to essentially triage cases to provide basic representation for the most desperate asylum seekers. And so I think this is a terrific project to go after. So congratulations, John. Okay, the next award is going to go to Andrew Rittenbach, Priyatam Chiliki, and Deb Shenoy. And this is on automating programmability of hybrid digital analog hardware for stochastic cell simulation in biological systems. Quite a mouthful. And I chose to take one of the diagrams from their paper to actually explain what it is that they're proposing to do here. So the basic idea here is to essentially build chips that implement something similar to what happens in cells. And the idea being is sort of shown in this slide. So the third box down on the bottom left is the one that actually has sort of the implementation of what they call cytomorphic chips. And the idea is to be able to take sort of some observed biological phenomena, and then you have some, systems biology model that you develop to try to explain these observations. And then you can actually test these things by, instead of having to run the biological experiment, you can actually run these experiments in the chips, generate some results, and then try to determine whether or not your model is actually accurate. And the idea is that you can do this much faster and much more efficiently because it's easier to do it in chip. So this is, I think, a really interesting project. So congratulations to those 3. Okay, and the third and final award is going to go to Joel Matthew and Ulf, and this is on advancing no-resource languages. So congratulations to them. The key idea in this work is to basically build a library of computational linguistic tools to support languages whether you have no resources at all, meaning you have no data about how to translate this language, or very limited resource languages where maybe what you have is the Bible, because the Bible's been translated into so many different languages. And the idea is to make it possible to utilize essentially native speakers of these no-resource languages to help build the models that you need to be able to do the translation. And this builds on work that Joel's already been doing in India with a tool that he's built and has been using there. And then Ulf's many years of experience in building other successful kinds of NLP tools and stuff. And so this is also, I think, a very promising project. So congratulations to them.